Hey guys, Mr. Happy here, and I just wanted to do a video about the character creation benchmark that just came out today. For those of you who don't know, a benchmark is essentially a way of monitoring how well your computer actually runs the game. There's not one available for the PS3 version. It's expected that the game will run pretty steadily across all systems in that case. However, there have been two benchmarks. The previous one we weren't allowed to create a character to appear in the benchmark, and this one we are. It is essentially the same benchmark cutscene that we saw last time, but this time we have the ability to make our own character. So let's just go over what we have here on the main menu real quick. You can visit the official website by the game. As you can see, I just ran the results with high settings. The highest settings that I could put got a 6100. You can tweak these results or save the score locally. There's also a license agreement, some settings to change your graphics and whatnot, a language option, the actual character creation option, the loop option, which allows you to loop over and over again so you can get a multitude of results. And then you actually have the benchmark itself at the start button. Now, for the sake of recording, since I don't want the benchmark to lag at all, and I am actually recording this, I'm going to put it on standard desktop settings just so I can trust that it'll at least run a little bit smoother. So let's dive right into character creation, guys. Oh, sorry about that. It's a little bit off center since it is in windowed 1080p. So it might seem a little bit off, but as you can see, I did already play around with this a little bit, but we'll just create a character from scratch. We won't load any appearance data. For those of you wondering what load appearance data actually does, it allows you to go into your beta created characters or your 1.0 created characters and edit things from there. So yes, you will be able to edit your character again once the game goes live if you maybe change your mind or if you want to take one last look when we go into Phase 4, Early Access, and the launch itself. So let's just start a character from scratch. As you can see here, we're going to start right here. Let's make a male Ellison. As you can see, we have all the different options of the races. Well, yeah, of the races. Here we go. So I'm going to go with a male Ellison just for the sake of this. Now, while we're on the screen, you also do get a little bit of a lore presentation on the left-hand side. You also can change the pose that they're standing in. You can make it unique. You can make them show them in their skeevies, if I can say so myself. And you can also change the environment between a few environments. So as you can see here, we have all of these. Bam, 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 and bam. Let's do it. Let's do it in the Gridanian residence. I kind of like the Gridanian residence. So let's go with the Ellison. Let's confirm. Now you get to choose between Wildwood and Duskwhite. This is where you actually get to see the class stats that I did in my other video. Well, not the class stats, the starting race stats before factoring in class and or job. As you can see here, just Wildwood and Duskwhite are my two options. If you're wondering about all of the individual stats, you can either download the character creation bench or you can check out my video that compares all of them both at level 1, and I have a video that compares them at level 50. Now let's go with Duskwhite. I think his hair is just a default better. And now we actually get into character creation. So first thing you can do is change his height. 0 being short and 100 being tall. Let's make him a really big. He is really kind of just kicking his way through things. Alright, so now we've got his height down. Let's move over to his skin color. I am super pale, so let's go with that. So skin color, next is their hairstyle. It zooms in automatically for this. There are a number of hairstyles that you can go with. This is one that I assume will get used a lot. And just for the sake that I'm already in Ellison, let's actually just look at all of them real quick. Bam, 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 bam. I know he was stretching during most of that. And let's go with this one. So we're done with that. We can confirm. Hair color. How about, I don't know, I'm colorblind. Let's make it like that or something. His face, you have 4 options, as you can see here. You can give him a mean, grumpy face. Alright, he needs to stop dancing around. I can't take it. He's got a mean, grumpy face. He's got a very childish face. He's got sort of a seasoned face. And he's got a young face. So let's go with the young face for the time being. I am quite young, so let's do that. He's also got 4 types of jaws. As you can see, they vary between wide and narrow, and with different features, including the cheekbones. I actually kind of like option number 3. His eye shape. His eye shape kind of gives him a meaner, narrower look. Sometimes his eyes are wider. I personally like this one, so number 3. I'm going to go with number 3. His iris size. You can do large or small. This is very simple. I would prefer small because I feel like their large iris size is a bit too large. Next, we actually have their eye color. My color is brown, and I cannot tell for the life of me where brown is on this thing. I am a desperate person. We're just going to go with that. That's more, I think that's closer to black, but yeah, we'll go with that. How about that? I think that's as close to brown as I'm going to possibly guess. Next we have eyebrows. As you can see, you can change his eyebrows. You probably want eyebrows that match your face a little bit. I think type 6 matches my face very, very well, although I feel kind of cross-eyed when I'm looking at this guy. Doesn't matter to me, probably won't use this. His nose, now I got a big number 5. Hold on, let me look at the other schnozzes. Okay, I definitely have a number 5 schnoz. My schnoz is wide. Alright. Let's go over to his mouth. Yeah, his mouth. His mouth, I actually have very thin lips. So, okay, well, they're not that thin. Okay, I think type 3 most fits me the best. Alright, now his lip color. I think I would prefer to have no lip color whatsoever and just leave it like that. I don't think I'm going to play around with that option. Now his ears are an option. We can make them pointier, we can make them shorter. I think, but let's see how they actually go back. Yeah, they are entirely shorter. I think I like the initial one with the pointing up. I think that one looks the most believable. And then you can even change his ear size more, so I can give myself really wide ears. My ears look nothing like that, but I'm not going to look like an Ellison in real life ever, so why not play around? Facial features. Now, you can actually turn all of these facial features on. As you can see, they do vary. The first one you can add is a sort of devilish-looking mustache and goatee. Next, you have actual like a chin strap almost, except it doesn't go all the way around. It comes down your sideburns and around. And this changes, obviously, the looks of them changes with race to race, so not a big deal. You have a scar across the top of your head. You can also add a scar across the middle of your face. And you can add a scar along the left-hand side. So those are what you can add. Let's just enable them all, because I am awesome. Anyway, tattoos. You get 2 tattoos on your face. You can add them both if you desire. And let's just do that. And then you can change the tattoo color itself. Let's just do that. I'm colorblind, so it doesn't really matter to me. And then even on top of the tattoo, you can add face paints. Now, not only do you have the options of all these face paints, but you can actually reverse them if you so desire. As you can see, there's a reverse button in case you want them maybe on the opposite side of your face. Now, you have some basic ones such as eyeshadow and cheek color, which I don't want, but it's selected, so whatever. And then you have things such as butterflies and hearts and things like that. So if you really want to get into it, you can even get a little baby chocobo on the side of your face. You can get things like that, and keep in mind you can only have one of these. You can get swords across the face, you can get really like war paint looking things if you really want to look cool. And like I said, you can reverse any of these. Obviously, some of these, if you hit reverse, nothing happens. If they're symmetrical on both sides, obviously. But like this one would flip, but it's barely noticeable. So let's go with this one, and then you can change the face paint color in the next one. I probably want it to match somewhat, although I have no idea what matching is, so we'll just go with that. And then finally, voice. Zoom back out for this one because they like to make ridiculous looking emotions. As you can see at the top here, you can change the type of emote that they're going to do when they do their voice. So as you can see, you know, we have the laughing one. You can't really hear the voice because I have it turned down, so it won't be too loud. But as you can see here, there's you know, just different voices, and you don't really need to hear each different voice because it'll be different for each race anyway. And then all you do is, if you're done with all the environments and posing and everything, you simply hit confirm. You get the option to save the data, and this data will actually be saved live. Let's name this guy Benchmark Video 2 because I did already make one called Benchmark Video. And yeah, you'll actually be able to use these live. Now remember, the benchmark can't be run on the PS3, but it seems that the accounts, as long as you log in with your Square Enix account, it seems to work. Now also, according to Square Enix, there will be a file saved locally on your computer. When you go to download the benchmark, you can read all those details about things like that. Finally, you do have a few options. You can actually see them in their different gear. The default class/job is Paladin, so that's the gear you'll see right here. As you can see, you can do artifact gear. You can do the race-specific gear you start with at level 1. You can do level 20 gear, which looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. You can do level 30 gear, which also looks pretty good. I like the little knives on the side there. You can do level 40 gear, which is more hard hat-like looking armor. Looks like it's rougher and it could take more damage. And you have level 50 gear where you're wearing something like that, where you look like you are ready to fight. And then you have Cascadeer armor, which is you know, well, you can see it. I don't need to say anything about it. And then simply hit, you press confirm, it'll take you back here, and you'll run the benchmark by hitting start. I'm not going to run the benchmark on this video because the benchmark has already been seen a million times before. If you've taken part in any previous benchmark, it is the same video. It just has your character replaced at the head of the benchmark. Anyway, guys, go download this, give it a shot, create your characters, try out the character creation options for yourself. If you found this video useful, please like, favorite, subscribe, and share, especially if you have a friend who wants to know more about the benchmark. Also, feel free to follow me at Twitter or Facebook. Links are in the description below. And also, you can donate to me or to my charity fund by looking in the description below for links for that. If you need more details, feel free to send me a message. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.